It's the most happiest time of the week. What's good, Bluff Squad? It's your boy Sean P, the Bluff Guy. Hey! And we are back with another One Piece chapter reaction. Today we will be reacting to chapter 1076. And the title of today's chapter is Old Friends. Yes, sir. Now, before we get into this, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the chapter, your thoughts on my reaction. Leave it down in the comments. Also, follow me on Twitch so you can catch me live and you can engage with me in real time. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook if you want to get at me directly. You can also get at me directly on the Discord, so make sure you guys join the Discord. You can send me stuff to react to there. And if you want to be part of a future post-chapter discussion stream, make sure you are a member of the Discord. We are reacting to chapter 1076. The title is Old Friends, so let's get it. All right, so we got the Shonen Jump. So One Piece is on the Shonen Jump cover page, or the Shonen Jump cover this week. We got Luffy in his future boots, his futuristic boots, lab boots or whatever, with Vegapunk and Chopper. Chopper got a SS, they all got the SSG fit on. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie, man. Them little space shoes or whatever shoes they are, they kind of grow on me. At first, I really wasn't that much of a fan of them, you know. And if you look on them boots, they got like, which I didn't really notice before, but the lever is like a six. It's kind of like a six. It's like the same symbol on Luffy's jacket. Like it's like a little six looking thing. So yeah. And then we got a cover page spread or color page spread with the straw hats. We got Robin, Robin looking all right. She got the stunning shades, got some chains, little Kango hat. Not Kango, but I don't remember what them hats are called. But Zoro, hey, I'm feeling Zoro's fit, bro. I'm feeling Zoro's fit, man. Look at with the swords, his pants, them blotches on his pants, colorful as blotches or clouds or something. I don't really know what his jacket says. I just see the letters NE. So maybe it's New World. I don't know. I don't know what the words on his things. But then Sanji, we see Sanji with like some green pants and a shirt with a cat on it that says "Kill two birds with one stone." Cat. I don't know. Got a cat on it though. We got Nami holding Chopper. Chopper sleeping, and Nami's on Nami's chest while Nami's ass is all in Jinbei's face. Nami's ass all on Jinbei's face. It look like Jinbei sniffing it. It looked like Jinbei sniffing Nami's ass, bro. I swear. Oh man. And no, I didn't even see Frankie. Nah, Frankie's a worse offender, bro. For yo, Frankie got this creepy ass smile with like Nami ass and him and Jinbei's face. And Frankie, bro, this cover spread is this color cover page spread is hilarious, bro. Just for the Nami and Frankie and Jinbei part, bro. Oh man, let's get into this chapter though. So Zoro says, "Let's say we free you guys. I can't see you letting us cuff you again later." And then Kaku says, "That's not true. When we're out of danger." Yeah, okay, sure. So Kaku expect them to like these guys are CP0 is known for their deceptiveness. And Zoro's just supposed to believe in Kaku, who's a CP0 agent whose skill is deception. Like, come on, Kaku. We know better than that. And then we got a quote that says, "Are they really joining forces?" What's up with that floor? What's up with the lab floor? It looks translucent, like the lab floor. Like you could see stuff under the floor, like cables and stuff. Or am I tripping? But it looked like it's a see-through floor and there's like cables and pipes and stuff under the floor. You know. Kaku says, "We'll put these restraints back on without a fight." Luffy says, "Really? In that case, sure." Zoro says, "He's obviously lying, bro, for real." Yo, hey, we kind of suspected Luffy to be like this though, to just blindly believe somebody, right? I mean, I might have expected a little better from Luffy, you know, but all in all, you can't really expect more from Luffy. And then we see S-Hawk dash, and he says, "Shroom, shroom." Yo, don't tell me S-Hawk has like Law's devil fruit. Don't tell me S-Hawk has Law's devil fruit. Shroom. It sounds like a Law technique, like a technique Law does with his devil fruit ability. Shroom? Are we? I mean, I don't think that is I don't think that is I don't think that is a Law technique, but like I think he got room, and I think he got like croom or something. Croom or vroom or something like that. I don't think shroom is one, but it sounds like it could be a Law technique. That, bro, if S Snake or if S Hawk has Law's devil fruit, this man will be broken. Just imagine Mihawk with Lunarian DNA and Law's devil fruit. Come on, bro. That's ridiculous. That's wild. That is wild. And not only that, it's like he's a swordsman, so like Law's devil fruit is perfect for swordsmen. Bro, come on now. Come on. They wild for this. They are wild for this. If this is the case. And another question, if S Hawk is if I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to see if this is the case. If S Hawk does have Law's devil fruit, that begs that brings up the question: How did Vegapunk get Law's devil fruit? Like, how did he get the DNA of Law's devil fruit? You know, because I assume that's how Vegapunk has to recreate devil fruits, like Kaido's devil fruit. You need the devil fruit's DNA. You know, we know Kaido was a captive at one point. He also got Senior Pink, who's a captive at Impel Down at the moment. So it seems like all he would need is to be able to extract DNA from the devil fruit user, and then he could replicate the devil fruit. So how would Law have Law? Okay, Law was, I forgot, Law was a Shichibukai as well, so it's possible. It's possible. He was a Shichibukai. I was almost starting to believe that the theory that Law is a sword member, meaning he's also a Marine. I was starting to think this could be, a clue into that, I want to say this is S Hawk sending a slash wave. Yeah, he's sending a slash wave. But did he do it with his sword though? Because it looked like the sword is on his back. It don't even look like he's using the sword. That's why I was confused if it was like a slash, like an air slash. I mean, it definitely is an air slash, but it don't look like he is swinging the sword. It look like whatever the slash is coming from his fists. So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, he sends the slash. We see Luffy and Rob Lucci and Zoro and Kaku both die, or all of them dodge. Well, Luffy has Lucci and Zoro has Kaku, and they all dodge this slash and say, ooh ah. And then Zoro says, what? Isn't that so S-Hawk's leg? S-Hawk's leg is a blade. And we also see Mr. One. He said, isn't that the dice fruits bro? This man S-Hawk has the dice fruit. So it wasn't Law's devil fruit, it was Mr. One's devil fruit. So we got the Seraphim clone of the world's strongest swordsman, the current world's strongest swordsman. And he has Mr. One's devil fruit. So not only does he have the a copycat of Yoro, which is probably nowhere near as good. You know what I'm saying? It's probably nowhere near as good as the real Yoro, right? The man is also a sword. You got the literal clone with the potential to actually surpass the world's strongest swordsman. Get this, S-Hawk could potentially be stronger, be a greater swordsman than the world's strongest swordsman. And he is also a sword. Hey. So to everyone talking about Mihawk being a sword, S-Hawk is literally a sword. S-Hawk is literally a sword with the dice fruits. Oh no, I thought Buggy's devil fruit name was the dice fruit. Yeah, I thought Buggy's devil fruit name was the dice fruit. Am I tripping? What is the name of Buggy's devil fruit? Because I thought his name was the name of his fruit was the dice fruit. You know, even though this is clearly Mr. One's devil fruit, so you know that's weird. So we get a glimpse of like S-Hawk's arm, and we see that bloodline element liquid in that little open portion of S-Hawk's arm. And Kaku says, see Roronoa, you keep having to save us. I mean, hey, at this point, you kinda gotta let Kaku and Lucci out of their cuffs. You kinda got to. You kinda have to, because if you gonna keep, you either gotta let them out the cuffs or you gotta let them die, one or the other. I probably let him die personally, but you know that's not how the Straw Hats roll. So, you know, that's just me though. I mean, I might be a little of a, I might not be the most morally upstanding person, but you know, they not exactly good people. Come on now, they not exactly friends. You know, these guys tried to kill him. They tried to take Robin and the Impel Down, which is like hell. They tried to kill the rest of the Straw. They tried to kill the rest of the Straw Hats, plus like Iceberg and all them guys. Then later, post time skip, they're back on AK Island trying to kill the Straw Hats and the Vegapunk. So I'm just saying, I'd probably be like, all right, Seraphim, here you go. You kill him. You take care of him. Zoro says, or Kaku says to Zoro, you won't get anywhere like this. And then Shaka says, CP0, let me ask, what was your mission here? Lucci says, eliminating all 7 Vegapunks. And then Kaku says, Lucci, don't just blurt it out like that. Bruh, y'all not in a position to be, holding that information. And then Shaka says, and I take it you won't let Stussy off the hook given her betrayal. Bruh, Shaka asking some important questions right there. Lucci says, that's right. I won't show her any mercy. And then Kaku says, are you trying to convince them not to save us? Yo, facts. Kaku. But I mean, it's probably better for Lucci to just be honest, because it's like, you know, if we lie, it's not gonna help her case. They're gonna be able to tell if we lying, you know. And so we see S Bear and S Hawk. They just standing there. Somebody yells, Kaya! But it looked like it's somebody behind S Bear and S Hawk that's yelling. Wonder who it is. Zoro says, that was Nami. All 4 of those things must be running wild. Oh, so that was Nami who yelled behind the Seraphim. Then Zoro says, how are we meant to protect everyone on top of the 7 Vegapunks? Good question. Luffy says, hey helmet, give me the cuff keys. And then Shaka says, I'll leave the decision in your hands. Just please protect the Stella at all costs. Yeah, I mean, I would probably release CP0, because I think it would be easier to take out the Seraphim with CP0. Like, have them help in the survival part, at least. Right? At least the survival part aspect of, you know, this. Have them help, and then if it gets to a point where y'all pretty much got rid of the Seraphim, or, you know, y'all don't gotta worry about them no more, and then CP0 try something, then just take care of CP0. Because you could, the Straw Hats could handle CP0, I would think, versus trying to fight off the Seraphim while protecting everybody, including CP0. It would be more of a hindrance. So it's better to just let CP0 out and take care of them afterward. You know, that would be that's so yeah, I would let him out. Lucci's not beating Luffy at this point, and I don't think Kaku is beating Zoro, so it is what it is. You know, you just have to fight him. I get having to fight him, but fight him, you know. I'll take my chances with CP0, personally. And then Luffy says, when those 4 guys are out of the way and you realize you can't beat me, you won't be a sore loser and go after my friends in the Vegapunks, right? Bro, Luffy with the bars. He said, hey, bro, when I let you out and you realize that if you try me, I'm going to beat your ass, you ain't going to go after them, right? Because you know you can't beat me. You know if you try me, I'm going to beat your ass. So you could try something and get your ass beat, but you're going to have to eventually realize you're going to have to stop messing with me, or I'm going to beat your ass. Like, that's pretty much what Luffy was letting Rob Lucci know. Like, hey, I'm going to beat your ass. Like, just know whatever you try, I'm going to beat your ass. You know, and you just going to have to eventually realize that I'm going to beat your ass. All right, so Zoro says, you idiot, these guys won't fall for a taunt like that. And then Rob Lucci says, fat chance. You're the top priority on my hit list, you straw-hatted bastard. I won't go out of order, but your friends won't outlive you for long. And then he says, snap. And then Zoro says, he took the bait. Rob Lucci, come on, bro. We know it. We all know this. We all know you're not messing with Luffy at this point, bro. You just not. You not. You stop it. Stop. You know, I had to have like that Michael Jordan gif where he says, stop it. Get some help. And then we see S Bear using his ability to make one of them little Ursa shock thingies that Kuma be doing, a little Ursa shock. So Kuma throws his Ursus shock wave ball, whatever it is, and then we see 2 sets of handcuffs pretty much drop, and then you don't even see, you just see the motion. You just see the cuffs come off in the motion. You don't even see, the cuffs coming off the wrist. It's just cuffs drop. Lucci and Kaku already in motion. They already in motion. And then we see S-Bear say Ursus shock. And part of the lab just gets destroyed with this Ursus shock. And then we see Luffy go gear fourth. And he says, Gum Gum. And he says, sorry about this, Bonnie. We also got Lucci in his leopard form. Oh boy. Next page. And it's like they both attack. I'm assuming they're attacking S-Bear. But we see a combo shot with Rob Lucci and Luffy. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I've been waiting for something like I knew we was gonna get a moment like this. I knew we was gonna get some combo attacks with cause if you notice, right? If you notice, ever since after they pretty much ever since CP0 got there, right? Luffy has always been paired off with Lucci. Zoro has been paired off with Kaku, right? They fought them back in this lobby, right? When Rob Lucci and Kaku were laying on the floor and we had Luffy and Zoro on the couch chilling, Rob Lucci was under Luffy, Kaku was under Zoro. So it was like them still being paired off with each other. And it's like every time they're talking, you never see Zoro talk to Rob Lucci. Zoro's always talking to Kaku. Luffy's always talking to Rob Lucci. So, and then they was talking about, helping each other and stuff. So it's just like you knew it was going to be a combo attack with Rob Lucci and Luffy and Zoro and Kaku. Bro, it was already foreshadowed, but Luffy hits a King Kong gun or a Kong gun, and then Rob Lucci with the 6 King gun. I love how both their attacks are like guns, right? And if you kind of put their attack together, it's the King Kong gun, the 6 King Kong gun. And then we all see Kaku and Zoro attack S-Hawk. And they hit him with the Kaku is doing a Tempest kick White Thunder with Zoro doing the Purgatory Onigiri. Let's get it. Okay, so now we see the actual attacks landing on the Seraphim. Bro, I wonder how much, if this is even going to damage the Seraphim. Because this right here, we're going to see the endurance or the durability of these Seraphim. If they shrug these attacks off, it's going to be wild. And we got S-Bear and S-Hawk crashing through these walls. So at the very least, this might get rid of them for a while. But knowing S-Bear, he got that paw devil fruit, so he could almost teleport himself back to where they're at. Now we cut to deep within the lab. Someone's saying, need food. We haven't had a decent meal in over 2 months. And we see these chamber looking things. It's like one going out this way and then another one going out this way. And then so we see some Cypher Poe agents. We get an order box that says World Government Intelligence, CP5, CP7, and CP8. I wonder why them specific agents. Where does CP6? Where are they at? And also, what about CP1 to CP4? What about them as well? CP9, they not easy to mess with. CP9, so I don't know if I'd be, And they say, I wonder if we'll ever be allowed to leave. Are we going to die here? So we see a bunch of CP agents. You know, they look like they're dying. They look old and just like you could tell they haven't had any food or anything. I don't even know if they had water. Like we know you need water. So, and then one of the agents says, 2 months back when we were meant to set sail, after our inspection of Egghead, those weaponized sea beasts attacked us, and we were brought back to the island. Then all the other agents that came to look into our disappearance met the same fate too. So I figured you were the one behind it all. So we see a mystery figure, like a silhouette. I think this is the Stella. This has to be the Stella. It kind of, like, judging by the silhouette, I kind of see like a mustache. And the head looks, I mean, the quotation box are kind of blocking some of it, but the head look like it's kind of separated, like on a portion, kind of like Vegapunk's apple part, how it's that little space in between the head and the apple. Oh, yo, is Stella really the traitor? He's I'm thinking Stella. Oh, hey, Dr. Vegapunk. So we see the Stella. He's handcuffed. So he's handcuffed. He's bleeding from his head. So I don't think he's the traitor or anything. But he got caught from somebody, right? He's bleeding. So there must have been some type of fight, or you know what I'm saying? Some type of fight. And he's handcuffed. And the cuff is like jangle. And he says, sorry, I'm afraid I had no idea. To think this was happening on Egghead right under my nose. So Stella is not the traitor, at least. He's not the traitor. He's not the one doing all this stuff. Somebody attacked Stella, handcuffed him, and imprisoned him with the other CP agents that CP0 or Rob Lucci was talking about early in the arc when he says, hey, there's been some missing world government ships, some missing CP Cypherpole ships. So there is definitely a traitor. I was thinking maybe there wasn't a traitor, but maybe it was Saturn. But there's definitely a traitor. And that traitor has something to do with those missing world government ships. Vegapunk says, how troubling. This whole affair has been baffling from the start. World leaking to the government about our research into the poneglyphs should have been impossible. Hold on. Like, let me read that again. Vegapunk says, how troubling. This whole affair has been baffling from the start. Word leaking to the government about our research into the poneglyphs should have been impossible. So, not only is this traitor like kidnapping government ships, they were leaking information about the poneglyphs? Oh, this is getting hella spicy. Okay, let's go. So I don't know if someone's talking over like a intercom or a phone. I'm gonna just say they're talking on Denden Mushi. It says the Navy was successfully deployed from Branch G9. We have over 100 ships of all sizes en route, all heading for Egghead Island. And someone says, understood. Bro, they got over 100 ships. 100 ships coming to Egghead Island. So not only do we have CP0 currently on the island who are free now, right? Because gotta fight off these Seraphim. Not only is Kizaru going to Egghead Island with Saturn, we don't even know if Saturn is like a powerhouse and if he's strong as hell. I personally think he is going to be a strong individual, right? I think the Gorosei are going to be strong. You know, especially if they're named after planets which are also related to Roman gods, similar to the ancient weapons. I think the Gorosei might be ancient weapon level as well. I think the fact that they got these, you know, they may be named after Roman gods and planets as well. That might be a hint that they're super strong. You know, like each of them at the very least, at least Yonko level. At least Yonko level. So we got Saturn, Kizaru, both going to Egghead Island, as well as 100 ships. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. I wasn't thinking we was going to be going through this much when it comes, like, as far as the Straw Hats leaving Egg. Bro, I thought Egghead Island was going to be like Zoe, where it's like, you know, we get there, we get some world building information, then we bounce. You know, maybe a little conflict, but nothing like too crazy. Bro, this is looking like it's going to be a longer arc than I was thinking. It's looking like it's going to be a longer arc than I was thinking. We cut to a different area, and it says a bar at a small port on a certain island in the New World. It's kind of looked like Elbaf. It looked like it could be Elbaf because of the style of the house. Looked like it could be Elbaf. So we see a silhouette drinking like a big old bowl of sake or something, right? And they say, "Don't be dumb. There's no way I'd bring a hot-headed kid like you." And then we see some kid sitting at the bar, upset. He got like one of them Viking helmets. He said, "Why don't you give it up?" The lady at the bar says, "Why don't you give it up? You'll make all the other captains jealous." And then the guy talking says, "No way. I really look up to the chief." Or is this the kid talking? Is this supposed to kind of mirror like when Luffy met Shanks and he was trying to be part of the Shanks crew, but Shanks was like, "Hey, no way I'll take a kid like you." I'm getting vibes like that. Like just that little piece, I'm getting vibes that like it's kind of mirroring Shanks meeting with a kid Luffy, you know. And that kid is like, he got a straw hat, or not a straw hat, but he has a hat, you know. It's kind of like straw hat. So we see somebody bust into this burst into the bar, and we see Shanks drinking the sake. Don't tell me this is like mirror like when what's his name, Hiragama or whatever his name is, that little mountain bandit coming to the bar trying to bully Shanks and stuff. Don't tell me this whole scene is just like a recreation of Shanks being on at the Gold Kingdom. Was like Fuchsia Village, I think, being like Luffy's village, meeting Luffy. Don't tell me that. Oh, okay, so that's one of the Shanks pirates. I remember who that is. I know who that is. He says, "Boss, that bastard's actually attacking us. So far they've just been scrapping with our youngsters, but what do you want to do? Seems like it'll turn into a full-on battle soon." And Shanks is just drinking his sake. And then he says, I don't know whether you'd call this good or bad timing. We were just about to set off. What's going on with Shanks? What's going on with Shanks? So then we see the man, Shanks, red hair. He said, guess I lost track of time, catching up with everyone. Can't be helped when you suddenly come across old friends you thought were dead. Old friends. Old friends you thought were dead. Are we talking like old Roger pirate friends? Scopper Gabon possibly? Scopper? You know? I don't know. I don't remember all the other Roger pirates names other than like the more popular ones. You know? And then Ben Beckman says the enemy's going to be pissed at you for keeping them waiting. And then Lucky Roo said, Gaia, ha 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 ha. You can't talk, Beck. Do you really think he's the only one they're mad at? And we see Yassop as well. Shanks says, let's set sail. So we're really doing this, Chief. And then the kid says, you're going out there to fight, Shanks? And then that woman at the bar says, I never let this island become a war zone. Or Shanks says, I never let this island become a war zone. And then the lady at the bar says, oh, he's so dreamy. She got the hots for Shanks, kind of like the what's her name at Makino at the bar back at Luffy's hometown. And then we see Shanks and his crew leaving. We see the silhouettes of some giants behind them. And Shanks says, I don't want to cause any major trouble here. And he says, hey, Dory, Brogy, can you lend me a hand? Also, Dory and Brogy are back in Elbaf. Dory and Brogy are back at Elbaf. It's nice to see Dory and Brogy again. So when the Straw Hats get to Elbaf, we know that Usopp is going to have that reunion with Dory and Brogy. That's going to be a dope moment. I'm looking forward to that. So we see Dory, Brogy, and those two giants, and we also see the two giants from Enies Lobby, the one that tried to fight the Straw Hats but ended up being on their side. So yeah, I think Usopp convinced them to like stop being world government. Oh yeah, because they were working for the world government because the world government were lying to him, telling them like, hey, if y'all want y'all old commanders Dory and Brogy back, y'all gotta do this job. And they believed them, so they were like protecting the gates at Enies Lobby. And then Usopp pretty much had to say like, look, Dory and Brogy, they good, stop that shit. So Dory or Brogy, I can't remember which one is which. They said gabba 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 or gabba ba ba ba. Sure, brother, I don't mind. And the one red haired pirate that came in the bar early in the chapter, he says, you have a message for Captain Kidd? Don't tell me this is Kidd trying to attack Shanks. Come on now. This is Kidd trying to attack Shanks. Come on, bro. Come on, Kidd. You ain't learned your lesson. Shanks says, before that, can you go check something for me, Rockstar? Okay, so that's the guy's name, Rockstar. And one of the giants, I think, say, Gaia, 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 let's do it, red hair. Don't tell me this is Kidd starting with Shanks again. Shanks says, yeah, tell him. And then we got a older box that says this island is actually Elbaf, the home of the most prideful warriors around. And then Shanks says he has a choice. He can either hand over his low poneglyph rubbings and scram, or he can risk fighting me. yo, Shanks ain't pulling no punches with Kid. He like, bro, I'm tired of your BS. Look, run me that roll poneglyph rubbings. Run me it, or you gonna have to fight me, one or the other. One or the other. Give me the poneglyph rubbings and bounce, or I'm gonna whoop your ass again. I already took one of your arms. Don't make me take another one. Don't make me take another one. Man, we about to see Shanks. We about to see Shanks pull up on Kid though. For real. We about to see. This man Kid is like, bro, he is coming for the smoke. He is coming for the smoke. It says Warland, Elbath, New World. And we see Shanks, or we see Kid's ship going towards, I want to say that might be one of Shanks' ships. It don't look like Shanks' main ship, but it looked like, I'm assuming it's one of Shanks' crews, like their ship, because, you know, unless it's some other character that we're not privy to. So we hear somebody talking from Kid's ship, and they said those ships on the horizon are all his, including the ones lagging behind. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely Shanks's ships. And then we see Kid. He says they're allies of the red-haired pirates. Every one of them seems like a big shot, and they're all sworn to the Emperor. So we it's nice to see some, see some of the other ships of Shanks' crew, because we don't, it almost seemed like as far as we went in the series, the only ship that the red hair pirates sailed on was the ship that we see Shanks and his crew on, like kind of like like the Straw Hats, right? Like the Straw Hats have the Sunny, And as far as everybody who are Straw Hats, they all ride on the Sunny. Even though he does have the fleet, right? He does have the fleet, which they swear to him. And there are other ships. It's like Luffy doesn't really like. It's kind of like they just kind of join the Straw Hats without Luffy really wanting them to join the Straw Hats. So we don't really look at them as Straw Hats in the sense of Zoro, Luffy, Robin, Jinbei. Like those are Straw Hats. The Straw Hat fleet, yeah, they're an extension, but we never really kind of look at them in the same light as the Straw Hats. You know what I'm saying? Kid says last time it was completely one-sided. They took your arm, says Killer, before we even got a glimpse of Red Hair himself. So you're telling me Kid lost his arm. He didn't even lose it to Shanks. Because Killer said they didn't even see Red Hair. They didn't even get a glimpse of Red Hair. So, going by that logic, Kid didn't fight Shanks because he didn't even see Shanks. So that means Kid lost his arm to one of Shanks' crew members. Who took Kid's arm, bro? Who took Kid's arm? Shit. It'd be funny if Shanks went back to the Gold Kingdom and he found that Sea King that took his arm, and then he tamed it. He was like, "Look, you took my arm, so you gonna work for me. You gonna be my slave." And then he was like, "Hey, so Kid shows up, and Shanks summons that sea monster, the Sea King, and Shanks is like, "Hey, take his arm. Do what you did to me to him." That'd be wild right there. That'd be wild. Someone says, I'm assuming this is still Killer talking. He says, they won't settle for an arm this time. they'll take your life instead. And then we see Shanks and his crew walking towards the ship. And they say, people yelling, they say, Chief, make way. The chief's coming through. We see all these girls like jumping on Shanks. Who's that big one? It kind of looked like a cross between Buggy and Blackbeard. Whoever that big one is, that's to the right of Shanks. Kind of like a cross between Buggy and Blackbeard. With Big Mom's hat. Like the fit and the shape of the person reminds me of Blackbeard. But I don't know what reminds me of Buggy. Maybe the hair, maybe. I don't know. But they say, I'm so glad to see you, Chief. You too, Beckman. And someone says, I feel like we totally owe you protection money. And then someone says, one of the red-haired pirates says, we don't do that. So what, Shakespeare protected islands for free? I mean, hey, whatever is prerogative. You know. And then Kid says, ha ha ha, only if I lose. I guess responding to Killer saying Shanks is going to wipe him off the face of this earth, which we kind of know that's going to happen, bruh. We know that's going to happen if you lose. Well, I don't think Kid is going to die. But, you know, he could wipe you off the face of this earth. But what if Kid actually wins, though? It says, bold warriors face off. One Piece, chapter 1076, end break next week. Bruh, this chapter was wild. It's a wild chapter. But man, like, yo, so let's recap this chapter. Let's recap the chapter. So we start with the Seraphim in the lab with Zoro, Kaku, Luffy, and Lucci. Also Shaka as well. You know, Luffy and Zoro are talking with CP0, talking about like, hey, y'all not gonna betray us. Asking them questions like, hey, if we let you loose, you're not gonna try to come after the Vegapunks and Robin and us and everything. And Lucci's pretty much being real. He like, hell yeah. What you think this is? I still want to fight y'all. Y'all my number. Y'all on the top of my priorities. Meanwhile, Luffy, like before Rob Lucci was saying all that, Luffy like, bruh, we gonna let him loose. If he acts up, I'll beat his ass until he realizes that he can't beat me. That he can't F with me. He gonna F around and find out. That's pretty much what Luffy said. To Lucci, you know, he was talking to Zoro, but he was saying that so Rob Lucci could hear. He wanted Rob Lucci to hear that. You know, I mean, Rob Lucci was going to hear it anyway, but he wanted Rob Lucci to hear that deep in his soul. He wanted to let Rob Lucci know, like, look, I'm gonna beat your ass if you try something. Rob Lucci like, nah, bruh. You top my priorities. We gonna work together for a split second, but I'm gonna beat your ass afterwards. I'm gonna kill you. The Straw Hats ain't gonna live that much longer after you. And then the Vegapunks are gonna get it too. Everybody getting it. We know that's BS, Rob Lucci. We know you not messing with Monkey D. Luffy. So then we get, you know, we discover that S-Hawk has Mr. One's Devil Fruit ability. So S-Hawk has a copy, a recreation, I guess we could say, of the Dice Fruit. The clone, the Lunarian clone of the world's strongest swordsman has the sword Devil Fruit, where he is actually a sword. That's gonna be a bad man, I just have to say that that's gonna be a bad man. So we see Rob Luffy, or not Rob Luffy. We see Monkey D. Luffy and Rob Lucci both attack S Bear. Luffy attacking with a King Kong gun. Rob Lucci with a six king gun. He sends S Bear flying through the walls. Simultaneously, I said that wrong, but simultaneously, we see Zoro and Kaku attack S Hawk. Zoro with a Purgatory Unigari, and then we see Kaku with a Tempest Kick White Thunder, and they both send they send S Hawk flying through the walls as well. Then we cut to somewhere on Egghead Island. I don't know. It's like a prison, right? There's these big chambers. We learn that CP 5, 7, and 8, like Cypher Pole, the ones that we heard were pretty much captured. The world government ships that were destroyed that Rob Lucci brought up early in the arc. They're held prison in these tubes, right? And these guys are talking like, hey, we were captured back in the days. Our ships were destroyed. We were hungry. We didn't eat in a while. Was this your doing, Vegapunk? And then we see the Stella Vegapunk held captive. The man looked like he was beaten up. He's handcuffed. And he's completely unaware of all this stuff that's going down. All this stuff that's going down, he's unaware of. Somebody beat this man up and imprisoned him. Somebody. My question is this like a secret area? Because there's no camera. There's no cameras pointing in this lab. And I find it funny, Shaka being the guy who's always kind of in control, looking at all the cameras and stuff. But isn't it pretty convenient that this part of the lab has no like way to really observe? It has no cameras, nothing. And Shaka, of course, the man who's sitting bird's eye view, the man who's saying like, yeah, Vegapunk isn't shown on any cameras. If there were cameras in this part of the lab, they would have seen that Vegapunk was in there as well as the other stuff. So I don't know. I'm thinking this might be Shaka's doing. But so yeah. So Vegapunk is in there. Somebody's been leaking information to the world government that Vegapunk has been doing research, like forbidden research on the poneglyphs. Possibly the Void Century, but it was only the poneglyphs that were mentioned here. So, that's the thing. But information's been leaked. So we also get a glimpse of a call that's being made where we got Marines coming from G9 and we got 100 ships going to Egghead Island. My question is, where did they all of a sudden get all this manpower to allocate to Egghead Island? Like, where did the world government or the Marines get all this manpower to go to Egghead? They're sending 100 ships to Egghead. Supposedly from Akaino's mouth, the Marines were spread way too thin. But they got 100 ships to send to Egghead Island somehow. Okay. But a lot of people are coming to Egghead Island though. Egghead is about to get crazy. So we cut to Elbaf. Right? We cut to some bar in Elbaf. And we get like this little scene that's kind of reminiscent of back at the Gold Kingdom in Luffy's village when Shanks was there. This kid talking about he wanted to join Shanks and everything. Shanks pretty much refusing. The kid being upset and everything. And then we also got the woman at the bar kind of mirroring Makino. The kid kind of mirroring Luffy. Hey, maybe Oda is setting up for a sequel. Maybe this is Oda's way of setting up for a sequel to One Piece. It's the two-piece, I'm telling you. It's going to be the two-piece where this kid is going to be the protagonist. So Rockstar, that's the name. So Rockstar bursts into the bar and he's saying like, hey, this kid he's trying to fight. Come on, hey, he's starting, right? He's coming, he's looking for a fight. And we don't really know who he's talking about at the moment. But come to find out it's Kid. It's Kid looking for a fight with Shanks. He's coming to pick a fight with Shanks. Shanks is like, all right, well, this kid, pun intended, wants a fight. He wants me to take an arm from him. He wants me to take his other arm. I'll do it, as well as his life, right? So Shanks is pretty much going to give Kid all the smoke plus more. And Killer is like, bruh. Kid is telling Kid like, hey, he's not gonna just take your arm this time. He's not gonna take an arm this time. He's gonna take your life. And Kid ends the chapter pretty much saying, that's if I lose. Bruh, Kid is looking to win against Shanks. Okay. But we also see how loved Shanks is in Elbaf. Everybody loves Shanks. They love Shanks. Hey, we should pay you protection money. Shanks like, that's unnecessary. That is unnecessary. Rockstar also asked Shanks like, hey, do you want me to relay a message to Kid? And Shanks was like, hey, yeah, I want you to do that, but before you do that, I need you to take care of something. And we don't really know what he wants Rockstar to check on, but that's maybe we'll find out next chapter. I don't know, but yeah, that is pretty much the chapter right there. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Also subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Also comment down below your thoughts on the chapter. Anything you agree with me on, anything you disagree with me on, let me know in the comments. Also, make sure you guys follow me on Twitch so you can catch me live and you can engage with me in real time. And if you want to get at me directly, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and join the Discord. That is probably going to be the best place to get at me. Also, if you want to send me content to react to, I have a channel in the Discord for you to submit videos and other theories, like being like Reddit theories, whatever. And if you want to be part of a future discussion stream, make sure you are part of the Discord. Anyway, y'all, it's your boy Sean P, the Bluff God, and I'm out of here. Peace.